Hi guys, welcome back. So this is my last Halloween tutorial and I decided to do this kind of ice queen look with a bit of glitter and a bit of blue, and I really like how it turned out actually. I just kind of went with it and used a bit of inspo on Pinterest as per usual, but I just start by using this white shade in the Anastasia lip palette, which was kind of difficult to work with. I did try kind of mixing it in with a bit of oil, but in the end I just decided to mix it in with some foundation. This is the Lasting Finish foundation from Rimmel, which I do actually really like at the moment. And in hindsight, I think I would just use a really light shade of foundation instead, because I think it just is so much easier to work with. And then I did just take a little bit more of the white shade just to brighten in the areas we normally kind of highlight with concealer. And again, just, using my damp sponge to do this. And then now that we've got like a super bright kind of highlighted area, I wanted to obviously contour as well. But since it's like an icy queen look, I just took this paint set that I bought for Halloween and mixed the kind of blue, purple, green and white shade, I believe, just to create this kind of blue shade that I've got going on right now. And I just placed that in all the areas I normally contour using the stamp sponge. It was just the easiest way I found to apply it. Plus it applied it quite messily, which is kind of what I was going for. Obviously not too crazy messy, you still want it to look like you've kind of contoured, I suppose, but I did just bring it down the neck and into the collarbones and all of that. I did have like a reference picture I was using on Pinterest. I will list it in the description box below if you want to have a look, because it's like so good, but I just kind of did my own spin on it. And I'm also just applying this blue contour shade in the kind of hollows of my eyes and down the sides of the nose, bottom of the lip, like everywhere you would normally contour, but just doing it super kind of messy. You're trying to, I guess, look a bit artistic, I don't know. But yeah, and I just did take a bit more of that white just to clean up a little bit underneath, because I felt like, I don't know, I was just getting it way too messy. And then using my usual RCMA no colour powder, I'm just setting everything, but I'm using quite a lot of powder, because obviously I want it to look pretty white, and this powder, when you obviously use a lot of it, does look super white, so that's why. Then I'm going in my NYX black liquid eyeliner, but you can use kind of any liner that you want. And I'm just using a kind of standard eyeliner brush. I think this is Real Techniques. And I just kind of dipped it in the product and then ran that through my brows. I made like the bottom part of my brows super bold, but obviously like on the top, I'm flicking the product outwards. Using quite a light hand with this as well. So towards the tail of the brow, I'm kind of just flicking it kind of outwards, and then obviously towards the front I'm flicking it upwards, just so we can create this like really messy look we've got going on. I do go back in quite a few times and just kind of make the lines kind of different lengths, because I do obviously want to take this quite far up. As you can see right now, this is where I'm kind of dragging the product up, and this is just excess product. At this point I'm not really kind of dipping back in at all. Then I'm just dipping it into the NYX white liquid liner and doing the exact same thing. I did clean off the brush and I'm just using the same one, just because I kind of want the same effect. I do run this kind of through a little bit through my brows and then obviously dragging it up as well. This is just, I don't know, to create a kind of artistic effect, I suppose. And as you can see, I am dragging it up quite far, and then I just take a little bit of blue paint and do the exact same thing. I don't know, it just kind of created a really cool effect, and I really like how it turned out. And it was like super quick and easy. Honestly, this look would take no time at all, and it looked pretty cool, I thought anyway. And then moving on to the eyes, I'm taking my Anastasia Artist palette and dipping into the shade Unicorn, which is this beautiful like purpley blue shade. I just thought it really complemented the cream shades we've got going on, and I basically just dip into that with a couple different brushes just to build it up to the intensity that I want. And I always like to just go in and blend with a brush with no product on it. And then I'm also dipping into Blue Velvet in the same Anastasia palette, and again just buffing that into the crease. And this was like super messy as well, and I also did drag it down the sides of my nose just to emphasize that kind of blue cream contour. And then going into my NYX Ultimate Brights palette, I'm just taking the blue shades in there and just basically going over everything and just intensifying it, including, you know, my contour and all of that. Basically just going in and setting it like we do normally with contour. Then for the lid shade, I just went into my BH Cosmetics Supernova palette and picked up Nova, which is a really nice icy blue shade, and just popped that all over the lid with a kind of angled flat brush, kind of cut the crease a little bit, just really softly. And then for the inner corner, I went in with this super bright silvery shade called Pegasus, just to give that little pop. And then I went in with Whirlpool liner from Marc Jacobs, which just does not budge, it's like the best. and then prepped my lashes really quickly with my favourite Big Shot mascara from Maybelline. And then for lashes today, I decided to go in with House of Lashes in the style Noir Fairy Light, which is super lightweight, again still like dramatic and fluffy. And then just going back into that eyeliner brush again, I'm taking the NYX black liner and basically mimicking everything we've got going on the top half of the brow. And I go obviously in with the white again and the blue, just kind of dragging it down. You can do it in any kind of little motions that you want, just as long as it doesn't look too done, because you want it to look all crazy and artistic and kind of looks like branches to me. I don't know. But also going back in with the Unicorn from the Anastasia Artist palette and popping that underneath the eyes. And then moving on to lips, I really wanted to do like glitter lips. So this is the OCC glitter in Slate, I believe. It's like kind of grey silver. And I just used some eyelash glue actually because I couldn't find my normal glitter adhesive. And it works really well actually, and it was easy to take off because you could basically just like peel it off. It was a little bit uncomfortable, I'm not going to lie, but I would recommend just going in with the normal adhesive if you can. But I just popped that down and then using a little flat brush just picked up the glitter and popped it on, and that was that. It was super easy. And then using both Luna and Orion from the Anastasia Aurora palette, I just did a little bit of highlighting because I just couldn't resist. And I thought it looked really cool actually down the nose, because obviously you've got that crazy kind of blue nose contour. And then using the kind of highlight just really brought attention to it. So after all of that, it's just time to pop on a silver wig, and then this look is complete. All of the products I use will be listed in the bottom bar below. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I really hope that you guys have an amazing Halloween, and let me know what you're going to be in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!